Hello, this is Michaela, your guide from the Spirit of Japan Tours, and today I would like to take you to a place in central Tokyo that I really like. And namely, this is the area around the Tokyo station. Why a station, you may ask? It's just a very beautiful place that really incorporates the spirit of Japan, where the old and the new walk hand in hand. And then hopefully I will still have some batteries on my phone so I can take you to the Imperial Palace as well. Let's go. We are at the Tokyo station, which is the busiest station in the metropolitan area. What you are seeing here is the old station building that was built at the beginning of the 20th century. It was built by a Japanese architect, but it actually resembles a lot the main station in Amsterdam. So check it out and you may see some very strong similarities. The station building was restored about 15 years ago to its previous glory, and the whole area actually was redone. They started working on it somewhere at the beginning of the 21st century, the year 2000, and all the old buildings, with some exceptions, were torn down, and now in their place we have some modern skyscrapers made of glass and concrete. However, some of the buildings were preserved. For example, that building in front of us is the old post office, the central post office. They preserved the building and they incorporated the old facade in the new construction. And the same thing happened over there, actually. I wonder if you can see. Let me bring it closer. Can you see this old brick building? This is the headquarters of the old China Trade Company, and they preserved the old building, and then over it they built the modern skyscraper. So I just love how much space, open space we have here, which is something very unusual for Tokyo. We are not famous with having a lot of space, and I just love how, you know, old style, romantic old style feeling we have with the station building. And there's some very typical, you know, Japanese pine trees in front of us, and at the same time we have the super modern surrounding us. So if we go straight down this avenue, we are going to reach the Imperial Palace. The distance is not really a lot, probably about 500 meters or so. So this is where I will be taking you next. Let's go. The area around the Imperial Palace is a very busy commercial area. And here, this building is the new building of the Palace Hotel. Right in front of us, you can see the first wall and the moat to the gardens. And over there is again the big city. Let me try to bring it a little bit closer because you would be able to see the Tokyo Tower there in the distance. The needle that you see in white and red is the Tokyo Tower. And again, everything here around the palace and the Imperial Gardens is really very nice and green. This bridge is going to take us over the first moat that used to surround the old Edo castle. By the way, in case you don't know, Edo is the old name of Tokyo. Tokyo is a relatively new name for the capital city, and it was given to the city somewhere in the middle of the 19th century when Emperor Meiji moved the capital from Kyoto to the city of Edo and renamed it to Tokyo. Here we have a beautiful view of the city with some local pigeons to give it life. Going over the bridge and through the first wall to the castle brings us to another beautiful plaza, and right in front of one of the old guard houses to the castle. What perhaps not many people know is that the old Edo castle burned in a fire somewhere, maybe probably about a century and 40 years ago, 150 years ago. And the new palace for the emperor was built on the opposite side of what used to be the palace compound. So what we can see now is the Imperial Gardens. We cannot visit the emperor without a special permission, and we have to be on a special organized tour in order to see the palace where our current emperor lives. What I would like to do now is actually to take you to the moat, the real moat that is in front of the Imperial Gardens and the palace, and also perhaps give you a little taste of what the old walls were like. I'm afraid that we're going against the light right now, but as you can see, the area is surrounded by business buildings, which is not surprising because when the city was rebuilt, of course the Imperial Palace was in a way in its heart, and everything of importance was built around it. So we have the big trading companies here, we have the newspaper companies. Actually, if we look that way, this boulevard, if we follow it, it will take us to the building of the National Diet, which is how the Japanese parliament is called. Oh, and look, right now we have the fountains on. It is a very pretty area, and I hope that you're enjoying our little tour here. We're standing in front of one of the gates to the Imperial Gardens. Unfortunately, they're not open right now. But here you can see one of the guard houses up close, and also you will be able to see what the walls were like. Not exactly like the walls of the Incas, but still quite solid, I would say. So also here is the gate. It is quite imposing. It's not really very easy to get through, I think. And with this and a last look at what the area is like, busy central Tokyo, we are going to say goodbye.